Today we're just doing this side by side, doing a comparison, and I've recorded this whole video on the same channel. I recorded both microphones on the same channel the whole time. Let's do it again. Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Chris, the mic guy. Thanks for checking out this video here today. Once again, we are back with another side-by-side microphone review, and then today we're doing some middle budget. I don't want to call them budget anymore. We're breaking into that $100 bracket, so they're not necessarily super budget microphones, but this middle of the pack USB microphone setup here. So we have our Rode NT Mini and our Elgato Wave 3. Now, Elgato just had their big launch event last week and a bunch of new products coming out from them. So we got a lot of questions in Twitch chat about these microphones and about products from Elgato. So Rogue, this video goes out to you. Thanks for asking about a review for these side-by-sides, so that way I'd have the opportunity to provide content that you guys are looking for. Real quick, guys, just to let you know, as I just mentioned, I do also stream on Twitch. The content over there is a lot more lighthearted. It's a lot more fun. We just have a good time, but we also take the opportunity to help you guys out in a live environment with overlay designs, stream questions, microphone content stuff, camera questions, things like that. If you guys are interested in any of that kind of stuff as well, be sure to check out my Twitch profile, which is linked down in the description of the video. So again, this is not going to be a deep dive into these two microphones. It's just going to be an auto sampling side by side, and we'll probably do a double ear in the middle here somewhere. That way you guys can hear them actually in real time with each other. As always, if you got some headphones, if you got some really nice cans or something like that, throw them on your ears, listen to it that way, because you'll get the nitty gritty stuff in the audio differences between these. So with that. As far as features on both of these microphones, the Rode NT has a single volume knob on the front, which only controls headphone volume. So that's for your PC volume, or if you have your monitoring turned on. The button does depress, so you can disable or enable monitoring with that button press, but there is no physical mute button on the microphone. So you have to be careful with that. There's no like auto mute feature. You have to use some software related mute. The Wave 3, on the other hand, also has a single button on it, but this button is a multi-function dial. With a depress, it changes what function it controls. So you have your microphone gain on one, your monitoring volume on another, and then your mix volume, so you can increase PC volume or increase the actual amount of microphone that you hear. You can kind of switch between those. What do they call it? The chat mix dial or something. The chat mic mix dial or something is what it's called. But additionally, you do have on the top a live mute button that disables the microphone right on hand. So if you need to do a quick mute or something like that, where you're talking to somebody or somebody walks in while you're recording or something, you can hit that button real fast, turn it on and off. On the back of both the microphones, you will see a USB-C port. It's becoming way more common. They're just so nice to have. You don't have to fiddle and fight and try to decide on which direction the cable needs to go. And additionally, you have a 3.5mm headphone out jack. These are bidirectional, so you can use the microphone and listen to PC audio at the same time. So when you use the headphones with this, again, you can monitor your voice and hear PC audio at the same time. Really nice features for those that don't have like a big mixer setup or anything like that, or interface, and want to be able to just have a slight amount of volume in their heads. That way they can listen to that. Now we are going to do a really quick plosive test here. I believe that the Elgato Wave 3 is probably going to win this one out the gate because of the clip guard feature, and I'll talk a little bit more about that, but we'll go back with the mini USB and then the Elgato Wave 3. So let's hit these two. I'm going to do one without and one with this metal mesh pot filter here. Peter picked lots of peppers from Paul's patch. Peter picked lots of peppers from Paul's patch. And now the Wave 3. Peter picked lots of peppers from Paul's patch. Peter picked lots of peppers from Paul's patch. Now, before I did that test, I did mention the clip guard function on the Wave 3. What the clip guard does, it actually gives you 20 dB of headroom. And if it notices that you go into that range, it actually like reduces your volume rapidly to adjust, so that way you actually don't clip the microphone. So it gives you like a 20 dB cap, and then if you go above that cap, it actually pulls you back down before you start clipping. It's actually a really nice feature for somebody who has a lot of exciting plays or a lot of exciting content. They do screaming or anything like that. It's really cool. What I'm going to do to test that feature today is I'm just going to clap here next to the microphones. And if you're watching the meters down below, you'll probably watch the NT Mini go off the chart, and then you'll see the Wave 3 not. So I'm going to clap 3 times, and then I'm going to replay that small section between each microphone so that way you can tell the difference. And I think you can see immediately the Wave 3 catches itself right before it gets to that clipping range, whereas the NT Mini is getting, stopped and it's just being pushed right off the meter clipping and everything. So it's kind of hard to get that one to do a good, or you have to manage your gain, put it that way. You have to manage the gain of the microphone, and if you're going to scream, you got to make sure you look away or anything like that while you're doing so. Now, in this little last part here, again, short video here today, I am doing these microphones side by side in the audio, so your NT Mini USB will be camera my left, camera right. The Elgato Wave 3 will be my right, camera left. So whatever the camera channel is, I'm going to match these. So the Elgato should be coming out of your left ear, and the Wave 3 should be coming out of your right ear right now. Wait a minute. The Elgato should be coming out of your left ear, and the NT Mini should be coming out of your right ear, as I'm saying that. Just an interesting test that somebody mentioned to me that would be cool to try, so you're not having this cut in, cut out, and trying to pick the differences between the two. You're actually hearing them at the same time. Again, this test is really only going to be valuable if you have a good set of headphones and you're really dialing in and listening, so be sure you're doing that, guys, so that way we can get the best opportunity to show what these sound like. The last test I'm going to do here today is I'm going to take just lean back a little bit here, just kind of back up a little bit and show the differences in how these microphones operate at a distance, right? One thing that I think I've noticed a lot more from people is they're trying to get their microphones out of camera range so that way they don't, let it block their face. Obviously, you don't want to be recording standing right in front of a microphone in front of your face because you want to show yourself off. But at the same time, the further you get away from your microphone, the worse it's going to sound. I can't tell you the number of times that I get with somebody and they're like, hey, you recommended this microphone, but I can't make it sound good. And I'm like, that's because you got to get closer to it. You just gotta enjoy having the microphone a part of your content. I will always recommend that if you can get like a fist, like if you can take your fist and put it right between you and your microphone and your mouth, that's a good amount of spacing. I think that's a good place to be. It's real simple to do, and you can still turn sideways, you can still lean, you can still move, you can still kind of get around and position it in a place where it's not in your face on camera, but yeah, it's going to be visible. But it's going to make your audio quality that much better. It's going to make you sound so much cleaner. It's going to give you that sharpness, and you're not going to be picking up all the ambience and all the audio bouncing around the room all the time. Plus, you can turn your gain down a little bit so you don't get as much inherent noise from all the other electric circuits that are going on inside these things. So with that, guys, just wanted to make this video short. I was trying to keep it 10 minutes or less. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this is content that, again, Rogue, you wanted to see. Everybody else that's watching, I appreciate you guys stopping in and checking out this video here today. If you guys have any questions, comments, feedback, anything like that, please be sure to drop them in the comment section of the video. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. I'd love to see you ask for another side-by-side comparison and see what you guys want to hear. Other than that, my name's Chris. You're my guy. We'll check you next time.